All right. Good morning. Good afternoon, everybody. Welcome into the Tuesday edition of the training. Let's see who we have coming in here this morning. If you are new to Dubb, if you could do me a big favor and put a one in the chat if you're new to Dubb, two if you're returning, that would be helpful. So one if you're new to Dubb in the chat, two if you're returning. You can also put your industry if you'd like to do that as well. I see Rod, I know you were here yesterday. Thanks for coming back in. Let's see. Emmett, welcome back, my friend. Let's see. Chrissy, I believe you're new. Maybe I didn't notice if you were here yesterday. If you want to put a one or a two in the chat, just to let me know. One if you're new, two if you're returning. Same thing with Cornell. That would be great. Max, I just saw you popped in as well. And Clea, I saw you came in. So let's pop over to Chrissy first. Hey, Chrissy, if you want to say hello, you can unmute yourself if you'd like. Hey, Chrissy, how are you? Looks like you're off mute, but unfortunately, I can't hear you. So if you want to put a one in the chat, feel free. That would be great. What's going on, Jai? I saw you raise your hand. What's up, buddy? How are you? Good to see you again.
Yeah, make sure you don't forget me this time. Hey,
Oh, we
hey,
didn't have time yesterday, brother. We were jam-packed.
I know you're always busy, man.
Yeah,
But you're my video coach, remember?
yeah, I know. I
Listen,
gotta find
listen,
time.
man. 'Cause if you when you get to the spot, I'll wait around.
Hmm.
But you know when you do the big blue button, the share and send,
Hmm.
and you have the little embed code thing, the little embed.
Yeah.
So what I'm trying to do is put the daggone video into a help center. It's my help center, like you guys got. But the daggone video is too big. It takes up the whole page. And the numbers I don't know how to adjust them the right way. I just need you to tell me as my video coach what are the better what are the numbers?
See, as your video coach, I would help
Yes.
you with the delivery. As the numbers, that would be Ina or the team. I have no clue what those numbers would be. That's
Oh,
not even remotely got a clue why it would be
no.
that big.
Sure,
Um,
sure you do. It's
no,
when you go to
no.
hit that big blue share and send button, go to embed.
Yeah, I know
It's
all
two
that.
different options,
Yeah, yeah.
but I just don't know what they mean. And I've tried them all, and they all of them came out stupid.
Well, the thing is, normally with the with the share and send, the options typically, they have the little copy for email, and then you can download the GIF, and then you have the copy URL, and then there's copy short URL, but that's just that's just the length of what the thing looks
Yeah.
like.
Well, now that's a good idea, and I did that, but it takes them off the help center article. It brings them to my Dubb landing page.
Yeah, see, that's the thing. If it breaks it and it's not doing it the right way, I'm not sure what that would be because I don't know how you would.
But you use the embed code, but the problem is I can't get the size right.
No, I know. That's what I'm saying. I don't know how to adjust the embed code on size. I have no
Yeah.
clue how to do that.
Okay.
Let me message Ina right now.
I know. I think I got theirs today. Anyway,
Oh
so
yeah, no, I'll just message her anyway just to say. Let's see. It was that embed. What was it? The size of the video, Jay?
the embed.
Okay. But the size of the embed,
Yeah,
right?
yeah. What should it be, and how do I do it? Because it keeps going back to the other one, and it's working my nerves.
Okay. You need to know how to shrink the size, right?
Yeah. Well, I don't think you can shrink it. You can shrink it in the Gmail, yes,
Yeah.
but I can't shrink it once I'm in the embed thing though.
And it's on a what is it on? A like a landing page or where do you have it? Like
In my help center.
oh, help center. Okay. Got it.
Yeah,
Okay.
you see my help center, right? I meant to send it to you.
Maybe you have to email it to me. I'm not sure.
Yeah,
Let me
well, I have to
see.
send it to you. There's a lot of articles you can read them.
Oh yeah, so you can kind of do what we do with our stuff.
Yes, that's where I got the idea from.
That's cool. That's really good. That's awesome.
Yeah, yeah,
That took a lot of time.
and then you said when I, with Sia being able to now understand my help desk.
Yeah.
I mean, she's really good too, man. She picks that stuff up, says it better than I do.
Yeah, I know.
AI just does everything better than me. I'm just like, okay, I know how to do it and how to say it,
Yeah, yeah.
but it may not sound politically correct.
Yeah, yeah.
You know?
Well, I think AI is, AI, the way educate it and train it and tell it what to do, as long as it has the right information, then it
Yeah,
can present it, in the best way possible. As long as it knows what the goal is, that because
bingo.
yeah,
That's the key right there. I think you told me or Darius said, if your AI knows what the goal is,
yeah.
end goal, you'll get there.
Well, just because like, when we're communicating, we always have an end goal of what we're trying to, what we want to accomplish, even with just normal speaking. And I think with AI, if it understands what the audience is and all the good points and it knows what it wants and it can kind of do something similar,
Got it.
exact, but it's pretty close. So cool. Jai, I just messaged Gina.
Perfect.
So yeah, we'll let you know.
Thank
Cool. Yeah, you're welcome. Let's see. Sky, I just saw your message in there. Sky, if you can hear me okay, you can unmute if you want to. If you want to say hi. If not, if you can hear me here, yeah, the purpose of the Zoom here, these are the live trainings. So we do this Monday through Friday, and it's a basic walkthrough of the platform, which shows everyone how to record, how to customize, how to send. And when I walk through the platform, I'm going to mention, hey, if you're in real estate or you're in coaching or you're in insurance, this is good for this is good for that. So it's kind of the best practices in the walkthrough of the Dubb platform. And then these trainings are on our YouTube support channel. So they're usually typically uploaded same day. And I'll put the link in the chat here that you can access later. So the reason people check out the trainings later is because if they come in and they have a specific thing like, oh, we talked about that thing, or I want to see LinkedIn, or I want to know how to use the desktop app, they'll come back and they'll access that recording later and be able to learn it, which is the biggest thing. But we do this Monday through Friday at 10 a.m. PST, and I hope that answers your question, Sky. If you want to unmute, you can say hi if you want to. Hey, Sky, can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you. Can you hear me? Okay. I just
Yeah.
it just asked me to unmute. Thank you.
Yeah. What's your industry, Sky? What do you do?
I'm a realtor
Oh,
in
nice. Very cool.
Florida.
Nice. Buyers and sellers. FISBO's expired. Who do you normally work with?
Buyers and sellers.
Buyers and sellers. Cool. Yeah, we have specific real estate stuff. We actually have we do a webinar every Wednesday. So tomorrow at 11:30 a.m. PST, and that is specifically related to real estate. So I'll give you that link if you want. I'll put it in the chat right now. And if you want to check that out, feel free to come in there tomorrow. Let me put that in the chat. And then today, when we're walking through some stuff, I'll mention some real estate stuff as I go along. But if you have any questions, just pop them in the chat as we move.
Thank you.
Yeah, good to meet you, Scott. And let's see. I think I saw somebody else here. Max. Hey, Max. I saw that you said you were new in there. Hey, Max, how are you? Do you want to say hello?
Hello, everybody.
Yeah, good to meet you, Max. Thanks for popping in. What's your industry?
Loan officer.
Oh, nice. Have you done video before? Or is this kind of the first time jumping into this, or where you kind of at in the whole journey?
Yeah, I'm a newbie.
Nice, nice. Okay, cool. What typically your prospects that you have, do you do a lot of outreach? Do people fill out like third-party forms and then reach out to you, or what does that kind of look like?
So I get incoming leads that I purchase, and they go directly into my CRM, starting with campaigns. So there's some campaigns, automation,
Yeah.
um, and with a borrower response, usually by text or email,
Yep.
uh, then an AI picks up. Obviously, I do the telephone work.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. So you're kind of looking to drop some Dubb videos into those automations?
Yeah,
Yeah, very nice. Yeah, that's cool. What do you do any I would imagine there's follow-up, right? When you meet with someone, they probably get dropped into a different kind of drip, if they didn't go with what you were, your product or services, they would follow up and say, "Hey, by the way, there's an update on this," or just trying to follow them up, right?
of course, as well as once we start the loan process, then there's
Yeah.
updates in that process along the way. So if it's a purchase, then I want to, obviously I'll have a different drip for the borrower as well as the realtors on both sides.
Yeah, you could do some cool and I'm gonna go through the styles now, but some great direct to camera stuff that you could do as far as introducing yourself. Like, hey, you filled out the form or you did that thing. You also could put yourself inside of a bubble and use a screen recorder and kind of walk through some of the processes if they need to go through that as well.
Okay,
Yeah, pretty neat. It's just about thinking visually, what do they see when they're first getting this stuff? So definitely a lot of options for you.
sounds
Cool.
good.
Yeah, let me know if you have any questions, Max. Just pop them in the chat as we're kind of moving along. And let's see. Do I see anything else in here? Okay. All right, perfect. Well, listen, welcome in everybody. Welcome back to the returners. Welcome into the new folks. And I'm going to share my screen right now. And if anybody has any questions, feel free to pop them in the chat and we will address them on the backside. But I'm going to walk through the basics now of Dubb, kind of the best practices, as we like to say, for this kind of stuff, because it's all about finding the right use case, which is one of the biggest things with Dubb that you want to do just in general. So let me share my screen here. And this is going to be what someone normally sees. When you send someone a Dubb video, this is what they're normally going to see. They're going to see an animated video GIF preview when you send it to them. This one right here, particularly, is done with the webcam inside of Dubb, this style. And I also have the Dubb mobile app on my phone that has a little whiteboard feature where you can type. Now, the repeating 3 seconds is the first 3 seconds of the video when you hit record. So, whatever style you're recording with Dubb, which I'll show you in a bit, the different styles, whatever one it is, when you hit record, the first 3 seconds will be this animated preview when you send it. Now, you can technically, inside of the Dubb platform, change this with editing. There's a little button in there you can change. You can pick a different part of the video to be the first 3 seconds, or you can upload your own thumbnail. But to save time, just know that when you hit record, this is what it's going to be for the first 3 seconds. So for these first 3 seconds, we want to hone in on two things. One, visually, what are we doing? What does the person see? And we'll get into that in a second. But the main thing you really want to focus on is what's your hook? So, what's the reason someone should want to click on this thing? Whether it's one to one, whether it's one to many, whether it's a prospect, whether it's a client you're following up with, client communication, whatever it is, there's been an update. What is the reason they're going to click? So, to come up with a hook, you can do this, and we find this the most efficient way when we do this. If you use AI, if you use ChatGPT, Grok, Gemini, if you use within Dubb, if you use Auto right here at the top of the Dubb dashboard, right here, if you use this, you can type in here to any of these AIs, say, here's my ideal client profile, your ICP. Here is the reason I'm reaching out to this person or group of people. And I need a 5 to 6 word hook that will get this person to want to click on my video. And by the way, here's the goal of why I'm sending this person in the group this video. This is the outcome that I want. So then the AI will give you a list of 5 to 6 word hooks that you can use and then go through them, give them the human pass, see which ones you like, ones you don't like, adjust the AI, say, hey, listen, I want it funnier, wittier, whatever the adjustment is. And then when it gives you that back, that's when you want to incorporate that hook into your script that you talk about, but also into how it's presented visually. So right here, I said, what's your hook right on here? Well, that's where the hook would be typed in this particular style on the whiteboard. Probably the most straightforward style you can get to when it comes to holding it like this. So you're giving context and you're giving someone a reason to want to click. Now, when you send these videos by email, you always want to have the word video up here at the top. First thing they're going to see in their what's it called? The listings there inside the inbox. It's rare that you see that word. And then you also want to have the hook, which is very similar to the one you're saying here, or it could be the same if you want it to be, in the subject line, because you got to get them to open the email first, obviously, before they can see any kind of visual. So using the word video, having the hook, having the video here with a certain style that you want, this style in particular, this is what it would look like. Now, from this webcam, you can also do a style where you have a virtual background behind you. So you can have a person's profile like you see here. You can have a property in real estate. Like if someone was interested in a property, you could put it right behind you like this. You could also hold up the phone at the same time and have that something written on the whiteboard, that hook we talked about. So you can do a combination of both. You can do the virtual background by itself or do both with the whiteboard and the virtual. Because maybe you have someone's profile behind you and you have that hook there about something you want to ask them or a statement or a website or anything you want behind you that gives context. So that's really what this style is all about. Now you also can do a screen recording. So this one right here is the Dubb Chrome extension. It's a browser-based screen recorder. So if you want to be on top of any website where you're walking someone through something, this is a really good way to do it. So what you would do is you would Google Dubb Chrome extension. It's a 3-step process to get it pinned up here at the top. And when it's pinned there, then you have the ability to record on top of any website. Now, this one here is a real estate market update, but it could be anything within the industry that you're in. Notice that I have arrows pointing towards the bubble. And in the bubble, I have again my whiteboard that I'm holding up for an additional message. I could just be waving in the bubble because it's a market update, right? I mean, that works. But why not give an additional message inside the bubble that's going to make them want to click even more? So in this case, I wrote big change, but it could be a rate drop, rate increase. But again, any industry that you're in, what's that additional hook that we just talked about that you can add in there to get them to want to click? Now, there's also another screen recorder that we have that is the Dubb desktop app. So the browser one that we just talked about, the Chrome, which is browser-based website stuff, the Dubb desktop app is like a drone that flies over everything on your computer. It can go on top of documents, websites, videos, Canvas slides, anything that you want. And it also can crop closer. So notice on this one right here, I'm cropped in closer on the website and pointing something out very specifically. So when I compare the two screen recorders that we look at in a little bit, one is browser website based, the other one is an app that goes on top of anything with different functionalities. Now you also have the mobile app. So the mobile app does a virtual background as well. You can put it behind you like you see here, a little bit of text on the screen there. You also can just have the text. So if you want to have an introduction or you want to have that hook we just talked about, you can type that wherever you want and put it wherever you want. You also have the picture in picture function on the mobile app, which is pretty great. So a lot of real estate folks really like this for property walkthroughs. So they're going through a property and they can show what's in front of them and be on there as well. You can also use this if you're outside of real estate, like if you're at an event, a live event, whatever industry you're in, and you want to show the crowd, show what's going on, and then send that video out to the people you met there. You can do that after. You also can pull up a website with your phone and then just start zooming into your computer like this while you're holding your phone. That's a different way to show something where you're on the screen. And you also, if you wanted to do a video testimonial and you were physically with the person, you could have them sit right across from you, hold up the phone, and then you'd have them in the shot and you're in the corner asking the question, they're responding. Something like that, which is pretty neat. So, regardless of the style that you choose, when someone does get a Dubb video and they click on it, they're brought to a customized landing page called a preset in Dubb terms. So, it's going to have your logo to the top left. It's going to have the video that you've created right here in the center. And then it's going to have playlist videos off here to the right that will play directly after this video is done playing. So it seamlessly runs right into the next video. The reason that's cool is because these initial videos that you make should be pretty quick, 30, 40 seconds, get right into the value, right into the point, and then get out. The videos over here to the right can really focus on you because these initial videos should be about the person's challenge, problem, issue, things you want to solve. All that stuff should be about the first video. But if you record a video one time about what you do, basically your pitch video, minute, minute and a half, then it can sit in the playlist and it will play right after it. So it's a really cool combination to have when you have the playlist. You also can have video testimonials in your playlist. So if you do have them, this is a great spot for them. Below the video here, you have your call to action buttons, your CTAs. What would you like someone to do after they've finished watching the content? Booking a time in someone's calendar is probably the number one button in sales, or it's been the number one with us for a long time. But you could also have your website link. You also could have a form fill. You also could have a link to an external form. You could have email you back button. You could have them download a document, a guide, a listing agreement, a contract. You could have them check out a case study. You could have them leave a review. So there's a lot of options down here that you can have. I wouldn't have a ton of buttons because you don't want the whole paralysis by analysis thing. But if you do have multiples, I would go in order of importance from left to right. Now, if you don't have video testimonials, or you do, but you want to get more, here's kind of a convenient way that a lot of Dubb users have done this over the years. It's with this little button here, reply with video. So what I would do is I record a nice heartfelt video, like that I want, a video testimonial, and I would have that button right below. So it's like, hey, this is Rob. Listen, thanks so much for using the Dubb platform. We appreciate your business. We can get a video testimonial from you. You don't have to download anything. It's not anything complicated. Just click reply with video below and let me know what you think about the platform or whatever questions you would normally ask. They send the video back to you and you get a notification inside of Dubb that you have a video reply. And then you would just make it part of your playlist. And this is the powerful little circle that you can create right in here. The last part of the page is the AI assistant over here to the right. This is called SIA, our Sales Interactive Assistant. You don't have to have it on the page. It's a choice. You can not have the AI on the page, just a little button inside of Dubb. But we've gotten good feedback from it since it's been here. What happens is when someone gets on the landing page, maybe they're thinking about taking the next action, but maybe they have questions. So you can have up to 20 FAQs that you can create. 3 of them will show. You can ask the AI a question as well. And when the AI gives the answer, it's going to give the answer, but then push for whatever your desired outcome is. So whatever you want to see happen, that's what it's going to remind the person to have them do, like booking a time in the calendar. Now, the AI is educated in 2 ways. One, with individual website links that you would enter inside of Dubb for the AI assistant. And all those individual website pages, it will physically learn what's in text on those pages. And you also can upload a PDF as well. So you can do one or the other or both, and it will become educated on what you do. Now, this landing page in general, this preset landing page, When you have your audience, you want to think about segmenting it and having different preset landing pages for different parts of your audience. If I was in recruiting and I worked with both employers and candidates, I would want a page for employers and a page for candidates. If I worked with real estate, buyers, sellers, FSBOs, expireds, insurance, different kinds of insurance clients, mortgage, same kind of thing, coaching and consulting. Pretty much every industry is going to have that slight or very definitive segmentation where when you have a preset landing page, it speaks right to them. It feels like you're talking right to them. So when you get on a paid plan with Dubb, we have an optimization setup call to where the team will meet you in Zoom and help you set up these buttons, the AI, and everything you need so you're ready to go right out of the gate. Now, all of this is also tracked. So you're going to know, did someone open the email? Did they watch the video? Did they click on any buttons? Did they interact with the AI? All of that will help you follow up in a very smart way because you know what they've consumed and what they've done. Now, from a recording perspective, how do we record these different styles that we just looked at? Let's start with the webcam one that we see right here. So inside of Dubb, you're going to go to the top of the dashboard and you're going to click your red camera icon right up here. So when you select this, it's going to open up your webcam. Now, when it opens up, you got a couple options here. One, if you want to do the whiteboard that we just looked at, get the Dubb mobile app on your phone. And when you have the Dubb mobile app on the phone, this is where you're going to take an action. So here's the mobile app. And here is the little square button right here at the top, the little person in the corner. When you select that, now you have a place to type, which is what I did before. So you type your hook that we talked about here, type it, turn it, and there you go, just like this. Now, if you want to do the virtual background, go below here, select virtual background, and then what you're going to do is you're going to upload into this area. You're going to go to your photos and you're going to upload any screenshots that you have. So all the stuff we talked about, properties and real estate, articles, company websites, people's profiles, screenshots of an action, whatever it is, upload it in here, creates a little library for you. Choose the one that you want, and then all you have to do is have it behind you, just like this. And then you want to make sure you have a good front light, ring light, or natural light, or both. If you do a lot of your hand movements, I would keep them within your shoulder range. If you go outside here, they're going to kind of disappear a little bit. So I would stay right within here. Now, every Dubb recording has a teleprompter option. So if you haven't used a teleprompter before, they're pretty awesome. So what you would need first is a script saved into the Dubb platform. So inside of Dubb, right over here in the left navigation, under assets, there is scripts right here. So you come in here, click the blue plus button, give the script a name, copy and paste it in, write it in however you want to do it, save and close. And then a script is inside of Dubb. And when it's inside of Dubb, now you can access it for the teleprompter. So I can click up here to the top, click in here. I can create a new script. I can go right to where I just was right now if I click on this button. Or I can choose a script by scrolling, or I can choose a script by putting in the name of the script, just like this. And then when the teleprompter comes down, here is going to be your speed. You can adjust it up or down. Here is your play button to test that speed. Back to text off or zoom it in. Now, from a distance wise, I would do about arm's length away is pretty good. So the eye line's good. You're not right on top of it where the camera's here and you're looking down. If you ever had a situation where you had a webcam that was really high up, like let's just say I'm looking at the camera right now, but my script is down here, I wouldn't shy away from saying that you're referencing something. I would just make eye contact. Like if I was going to say, like say my first line was like, Dubb is going to help you grow your sales. I would say, Dubb is going to help you grow your sales. Now, Dubb also has a desktop app. So I would be beginning and ending the sentences with eye contact. That's if you had a high webcam and you didn't have something close to the camera with the teleprompter. I would just lean into it. But if you do have that, arm distance here, let the words flow up. And this is what this would look like. So I'm going to hold up this here. Here we go. I'm going to click record. And here's going to be the 3, 2, 1 countdown. It'll be like this. Hi, this is Rob from Dubb. We are the sales operating system. We use video, automation, and contact management to create connections, conversations, and conversions. And I can hit the pause button if I want to stop the recording, click it again to resume. If I want to stop the recording and delete it, just click the X here. It'll ask you, are you sure you want to delete? And if you want to save this video into the Dubb platform, it is going to be the check mark that's going to save it. And if you want to close the teleprompter, it's this little button right here. So this is the most straightforward way you can communicate with someone, whether it's just like this, holding up the hook like we talked about, having the virtual background, or having a combination of both. So I'm going to click the check mark here, and it's going to save it into Dubb. Now, when the video gets saved into Dubb, it's going to take me to the video edit page inside of the platform. So any video that you saved from a recording standpoint, when you save it into Dubb, is going to take me to my video library. And once you have a video saved, then you can come in here and you can have some options here. Okay. Number one is you can change the title up here at the top with the little pencil icon, whatever internally you want to call it, you can change it. You also have the ability to download an MP4 version of any video you save into Dubb. You also can go over here to the right and preview this in a separate little tab window. So you click it here. So, okay, there's my video I recorded. Here's my preset landing page. Everything looks great. Now, if I wanted to, I could come back over here, click my drop down, and I can change it to a different preset landing page that I've already created, where the video will stay the same, but everything else about that page will change. Because notice this has a little check mark here. It says Rob's preset here. That's my default preset landing page, which means when that is selected, any video that I record will always have those buttons, those videos, that setup, everything the way it was, unless I change it. And I can do that right here if I want to. I also have the ability to get a QR code. Every Dubb video has a QR code. So if you're doing an open house, it's great to have it setting right on the counter. Someone leaves, says, thanks for coming to the open house. You can click below to check out more properties that are similar to this. If you're doing you're at an event, right? You have a little booth set up. You could have a placard there that has your QR code. If you're walking around an event meeting people, have them scan your QR code. Have a video already ready to go that says, it was great meeting you at the event. We can keep in touch this way. If you're doing any kind of physical mail marketing, this is awesome too, especially the real estate folks who do door hanger stuff that's on there. Make a fun video. Hey, thanks for taking me out of your mail stack. Something like that. And you have that ability right there. You also can upload this to your YouTube channel if you want to. And then you have analytics down here. We have an AI video coach called Kyra. So when you record a video, you can just click generate when you're done, and it will give you a delivery analysis. It'll give you feedback on your visuals and your content. So if you want a non-biased feedback from our little AI coach there, you can get that there. Activity, like I talked about before, you can really drill down on what's happening when you send this out. Are they clicking on the buttons? Did they open the email? Did they watch the video? If they did, what's the watch percentage? You also have a details tab right here. This details tab is going to remind you, remember, these are the buttons you have below your video. This is the AI sales assistant you have on the page. These are the playlist of videos that are going to play after your video. You can change these in here if you'd like to, delete or add. Now, if you sent this video to someone already and you forgot to change a button or a video, you still can do it even though you've already sent it, and it will refresh itself on the other side. You also have an editing tab. Any video you save into Dubb, you can always edit. So you can hit the play button. You can drag your timeline right here down at the bottom. So if I want to cut something out, I can hit the play button or drag it to the first cut point, which is right there. Click delete, which is the, not delete, scissors right here, which is the cut one right here, scissor icon. That's my first cut. And then I can play it or drag it to the second cut point, scissors. And now I have it in three pieces. And whatever is highlighted in orange, that's what I can get rid of. Trash can gone. And then I can either save it or I can click the undo button and bring everything back if I want to do that. The last one here is design. So design is what I talked about in the beginning, where you hit record with Dubb, the first 3 seconds is the animated preview. But when you click the design tab, you can drag this to a different part of the video, which will be a different visual that you can choose to be the first 3 seconds, or you can upload a thumbnail. So a lot of cool options within the video edit page. So we recorded a video, we got it on a preset landing page. Now we're going to do a simple send. So to send it, we're going to open up an email, open up a compose. And excuse me, like we mentioned before, you want to have the word video in the subject line. You want to have the hook that we talked about, and you want to have the just a little bit of text in here in terms of why they should watch the video, and then you can drop it in a couple ways. Excuse me, I'm losing my voice. You can drop it in one inside the Dubb platform inside here. You can always click the big blue share and send button. So when you select this button, you can add the email in for the person you're sending it to, get that tracking. You can add a little personalization text at the top of the video right here if you want to. You don't have to. And then click copy for email, and it's just a copy and paste. And then you paste it right inside here. Now, there is a shortcut available with Gmail and Outlook 365. You'll notice in Gmail right here, there's a little Dubb button inside here. In Outlook 365, it'll be off to the right in add-ins. The reason those shortcut buttons are there is because of the Dubb Chrome extension screen recorder we talked about earlier that's pinned right up here at the top in the browser. So when that's logged in and pinned, this little shortcut's going to show up. So when you select this button, it's going to open up the Chrome extension and you can scroll and find the video that you want to add to this email. So you just go through here, find the one that you want, click advanced options, put the email in, add a little personalization text if you want to, and then just click insert video and it will pop it right in just like it did with that one. Now, in terms of screen recording, another style that we looked at earlier, this one right here, browser-based screen recorder, websites, how would we do this? So for this example, we're going to look at LinkedIn. But again, this could be any website like you see right here. So we're going to pull up LinkedIn. Let's say I want to reach out to Ruben. I'm going to get the Dubb Chrome extension by Googling Dubb Chrome extension, and then it's a three-step process to pin it up here at the top. Click this little button here, and it's going to put you physically on the page. When you're on the page, no matter what website you're on, you want to think about size, placement, and shape of your webcam. So size-wise, you can drag the edge here and make it as big or small as you want to. You don't want to go too big because you don't want to cover everything, but you don't want to go so small that it's tough to see you. So I think right about in here is pretty good. Maybe well, actually maybe a little bit smaller, probably like that. And then you want to think about the shape. So you can go rectangle, you can go phone shape, you can go square. You just want to match the aesthetic of the page. I'm going to go circles because Ruben's in a circle. And then you want to think about what's a cool place to put myself. Well, I'm going to go right next to him, just like this. Now, inside here, you can zoom in or you can back up. You can physically move yourself around inside this bubble here as well. You can jump to full screen if you want to make a point and go back to the page. You also can turn your camera off, turn it back on. You can use your headshot if you'd like to, or you can also put a virtual background behind you inside here, inside the bubble too. You also have an annotation tool available right over here to the left that we're going to use. You have a teleprompter, like we just saw. This one's a little different than the one that you saw on the webcam. This one here, you can physically move around. You can take the sides like this and manipulate it a little closer like that. You just pull up your script like we did before, and then you choose your speed, your scroll speed, like we just did. Back the text off or zoom it in. And then you're going to physically move this closer to the camera up here at the top. Now, because the Chrome extension is a browser-based screen recorder, and if you're going to use the teleprompter, I would not go full screen in your browser because if you do, it's going to hide the teleprompter and you won't be able to physically click on it and get it and use it. So leave a little bit of a gap, hit record, tap it, and then you're physically brought it forward so you can use it. There's also three orientations to record with the Chrome extension. Camera is webcam, like this. Tab would be a nice clean cut of the page, so it wouldn't show any of the tab mess I have at the top. Screen would be full screen, and this would only be if you wanted to show different websites. Like if I was talking to Ruben here and said, hey, I want to show you this website, have the tab at the top, click on the tab, and then it would jump the bubble over to that tab, and you would get the whole screen recording of it. I like to use tab because I like to focus on the pages that I'm on. Now, I'm also going to put in here that additional hook message, right? Ready to go. And I'm going to hit record over here to the right. So record, choose the tab that I'm on. There's my tab. Click share, get my 3, 2, 1 countdown, and here we go. Ruben, what's going on? How are you? Listen, I wanted to reach out to you because I did not know that you wrote a book and it's called Click Record. I love click and record. So I did my whole animated thing here, right? The GIF, I got my messaging and everything. And then I jumped to full screen. It's not a necessity that you jump to full screen. I just think it kind of breaks the visual a little bit because they'll see that. And then you're right in their face saying, hey, this is what I want to say. And then you can go back to the page. But if it's not LinkedIn and it's like a market update or whatever industry you're in, you're showing something. If you want to make a point about something, jump into full screen like this to make it is pretty cool, and then jump back to the page. You can do that in a couple of ways. You can click the button at the bottom here, down in that control panel down at the bottom. Click that button. It brings you here. Click it to go back. You also can hover your mouse over your webcam like this and double click it. Double click the screen to go back. You also can hover it over right here. Click here, click here to go back. You also can scroll around and move and continue to record. You can hit the pause button right down here at the bottom, stop the recording if you want to take a little break, and then click it again to resume. Use the annotation tool over here to the left to point things out that you want to point out. You can underline some things, do some circles, do some text on screen. You can put things in numerical order of importance. You can draw on the screen, and all of these annotations will stay sticky. They're not going to follow you down the page, which is nice. So if you want to reach out on LinkedIn, you want to do a market update, you want to be on top of any website in any industry that you're in, pointing things out, and it's browser based, Chrome is a nice way to do this. So again, I'm going to hit the check mark at the bottom and it's going to save it into the Dubb platform. It's going to bring us right back to where we were before, which is the video edit page inside of Dubb right here. Now, the video that we recorded, how would we share that with Ruben? So we recorded it. We want to make sure that we're a first connection first. So we want to connect with the person first. And then once you're connected, then click message. And then you'll notice the little Dubb button right down here as well. We have an integration with LinkedIn, a little shortcut. So you can select it here and then find your video like we did before. Click insert. You can highlight this text, do something very specific if you want to, and then click send. And then Ruben's going to see that nice animated preview in his inbox and not just some text-based message, which is pretty cool. Now, the next one we're going to look at is the Dubb desktop app screen recorder. How is that different than what we just saw with the Chrome? So Google Dubb desktop app, you'll download it from Mac or PC. And then once you have it, you're going to have a little D symbol at the top or at the bottom. And then you'll notice there's some actions here that you can do, or you can select the view quick menu. Now, once you do that, I'm going to click record screen here because I'm going to show you the difference between everything we just did and what we just looked at with the Chrome and how it's different with the desktop. So one of the first things that we're going to look at as far as similarities is the webcam. The webcam does all the same stuff that we just looked at, all the same functionality you can do. It's also similar in its annotation tool right here. It does all the same annotations. The only difference is these annotations are not going to stay sticky. They will follow you down the page. You got to use them and then delete them and then move on. The teleprompter, similar in the fact that you can move this wherever you want to move it to, but different with its function. So when you click in here and you find your script, you're going to notice that the first thing you see over here to the left is auto track. Auto track is voice recognition. So if I was going to read this script, it would go at my pace when I read it. Now, if you like the scroll speed like we just saw in the two prior examples, click this closed and you'll notice now you have the ability to control the speed up or down. So whatever one you want to do, voice recognition or scroll speed, you have that as an option. Now, the recording itself, here's one of the big differences. There is a red slash through this square right here. When that red slash is present and there, and you hit the record button, it's going to get your entire computer screen, the whole thing. If you get rid of the red slash by clicking on it, now you have a drop-down menu of choices. So the one you see right here is custom, which means I can put this on top of anything on my computer, and I can crop around it to get very specific in terms of what I want to show. So whatever's inside the blue lines here is going to be part of the recording. I also can change it to landscape, which is the proper orientation for YouTube. I also can change it to portrait, which is for social media. So again, you put this on top of anything you want, and you're in the proper vertical format to do your social media stuff, which is pretty cool. Now, the recording also, there's a difference. So when I hit the record button here, I'm going to hit it right now. Big red button, record, 3, 2, 1. And now I am recording. I can pause and resume this recording like we just did. The difference here is the check mark. In the prior two examples, when you hit the check mark, it means it's saving it into Dubb. That's not the case with the desktop app. So when you click the check mark here, it's ending the recording and it's opening a preview window that shows you the clip that you have just recorded. So the desktop app is a clip recorder. So the Chrome extension that you just saw before this, that's one video you pause and resume. This is one clip you pause and resume. So what we're going to do is we're going to record multiple clips, merge them together at the end of one video, and then that video gets uploaded into Dubb. The cool thing about clip recording is you can drag and drop videos from your computer. So like I was saying before, when you save a video into Dubb, you can download the MP4 file version of that video. So whether you have that or you have an MP4 file on your computer, you can make it part of the story here. Now I've recorded a screen recording clip. How do I continue going? What do I do next? So down at the bottom left, you have 3 creative icons to continue recording clips. The one all the way to the left is record screen video, like I just did. So technically, if I want to record something different, I could just go over here, pull up a different tab, right? Let's just say it's this one, pull up my preview window again, click that icon down at the bottom left that says record screen. It opens up like this in the same style that we did before. I line this up, I make it how I want to make it. Here we go. Click record. And now I'm recording a second screen recording clip just like this. Here we go. I'm going to hit the check mark. And there is my second clip. Oh, actually, where is my second clip, you might ask? Let's do that again. If there's a bug. Here we go. I am recording. Let's see if this works this time. Check mark. Yeah, there we go. So there's the second clip. Now, these clips, you can move the order around. You don't have to record chronologically. So you can grab one and move it left or move it right. You also can tap the three dot menu and download or delete each individual clip. So if you love one but don't like the other one, you don't have to get rid of everything. There's also down at the bottom left a webcam icon. So when you click that, now you're going to record a webcam video in this style. So this could be, the end of your video. This could be a certain part where you want to talk directly to the camera, but it's going to be different in style in terms of the other clips that you just saw. Like I'm having like indigestion. And then the last one here is going to be record narrator video. Narrator video is cool because it can take a pre-recorded video that you've recorded, put it inside of a bubble, and place it on top of anything you want to place it on top of. So if I was going to do, like, say, a market update in real estate, I could sit in front of my webcam with my teleprompter, deliver my market update stuff I want to say, save it into Dubb, then take that video, put it inside a bubble, and put it on top of a website. And I can just relax and let the pre-recorded version of me do the talking, and I can just scroll around. So what you would do is click the little button down there, Dubb Narrator. You already have your video recorded, right? So let's just pretend that this is the video. Click select. It's in here. Now, all you can do is mess around with this, put it where you want to put it, right? Click record, and then the pre-recorded version of me is going to do the talking, and you can scroll around and move and do everything you want to do. You can pause and resume, and you have that ability to do that. So it's kind of like gives you kind of the ability not to have to multitask if you don't want to. Now, when you're ready to combine all of these clips into one video, all you have to do is click the edit button all the way to the right. That's going to merge all of our clips together. And when they are merged together, you have a little editor right here inside the desktop app. So just like we saw inside of Dubb when we edited the video, you can do all of that right here as well. You also can click this little Smart Cut button, which is right here, and it will get rid of all the silences. Well, the reason it's silence, the reason this is all pink is because I have a little bug with my sound on my computer for some reason. But anyway, this would normally be little slots of pink that you would see because that's the silences in your videos. So if you had these little areas of pink and you want to get rid of them and tighten the style of your video, you can do that. And then you also can download an MP4 version of the video right now, or you can upload it into Dubb and then download the MP4 later. The only time I've downloaded the MP4 before is if I've done like a YouTube video and I had like a ton of clips. In that case, I'll always download each individual clip just in case, and then I'll download it right here before I upload it. So those are usually just for longer videos. Now, the last recording style is the mobile app. So the mobile app is very similar to the desktop app because it's also a clip recorder as well. But the mobile app has obviously awesome cameras because the phones have amazing cameras. And you have some other options on here as well. So when you get the Dubb mobile app on your phone, here's how you would record. So we're on here in the mobile app now. You're going to click the blue camera icon that sits right at the bottom. And when you select that, when you first use the mobile app, it's going to be defaulted for a minute. So I always slide mine over to 10. It's not going to cut me off. And I'm going to tap the circle to start recording. And you can see the timers up here and at the bottom. I can pause this recording right here if I want to do that. I can resume it by tapping that button again. And to end the recording, just tap the circle. And here is going to be the clip that I just recorded right here. And this clip has been automatically downloaded to my phone. So I have it in my photo video area. Now I'm going to tap the circle at the bottom again to record one more clip. Here we go. Each clip has to be at least 2 seconds. And I can move this clip in any order that I want to. So I can take my finger, hold one for a second, and slide it. I can tap a clip individually, and if I do, I can delete, download, trim, and if I select edit, I can select the music icon if I want to add music over the clip here. You can have your voice and music, just make sure you adjust the levels the right way. You also can add text on the screen like we looked at in the beginning with your hook. You can type the text and put it wherever you want to. You can do a voiceover of this clip, or you can wait till the end and do a voiceover over the whole thing. You can speed up the action of this clip, and you also can do burned in subtitles now, or you can do them at the end. These icons right over here, if you select the tooltip at the top, it's going to remind you, hey, this is what these things do right here. And countdown timer, it's good to have one on. I always have mine on 3 seconds because I feel like that's just kind of the perfect amount of time to say, I'm ready to smile. I know what I'm going to do. I'm ready. And here we go. If you want to stabilize your video, if you're doing a walk and talk, like maybe doing a property walkthrough or something, it's all herky jerky, you can select this button right here and select low, medium, or high, and it's video stabilization. It'll basically take it from this to more like this. If you want to use a teleprompter, this one right here, and when you select it here, remember, type it, click into here, type the title of the script or scroll and find the one that you want to do. And when you find it, all you have to do is adjust the speed like we did before, hit the play button, see if you like that speed. If your eyes are not staying at the top, either increase the speed or move up the guardrails here like this. So that way your eyes stay right up here, not down here. You also can adjust the script to the side. If you're recording landscape, it will move over to the side like that. If you want to do some real-time editing of this script or you're reading it like, I want to make some changes, tap the pencil icon here, make any changes you want, hit the blue check mark at the top, and that will save your changes. Now, if you have an iPhone, you do have an option for voice recognition. So if you want to click the gear icon and select auto track, then hit record, and now you're going to be able to do this. Taking the last donut and leaving the empty box in the office kitchen, that's like not using AI and video to grow your sales. So you can do that. And then that again is the gear icon, auto track or auto scroll. To close it, tap the X to the top right. Now, if you recorded a video outside of the Dubb mobile app and you have it on your phone, but you want to make it part of the story here, just select the folder button here. It'll take you to your photo video area on your phone, find the video that you want, and then add it as a clip. If you want to physically record your screen, it's this button right here. If you want to use filters, this button. So this will give you black and white, it'll give you skin smoothing, different gradations, all kinds of cool stuff right in here. This one right here, picture in picture, right down here at the bottom. So when you select this one, this is the one we talked about. Whoops, this is the one we talked about before, where you can show what's in front of you. You can move yourself around. You can make yourself bigger or smaller. You can zoom yourself in like this. You can zoom in the background, back up. So pretty cool stuff right there. Last one is going to be virtual background down here at the bottom right. So like we talked about in the beginning, whether it's people's profiles, articles, screenshots of properties, whatever it is, click it here, and then you just add it behind you, and you got it behind you, just like that. And then when you're ready to merge all these clips into one video, hit the blue button at the top right. That's going to merge everything together. And once everything is merged, you're going to have a finished copy on your phone of that video. And then you also to record can select the blue button here to upload it, and it will save it into Dubb. Now, the mobile app also gives you the ability to send videos right from here. So you'll notice the video library is right here in the middle. So I'm going to select the video that I want. Let's just say it's this one right here. And I'm going to click the blue button right in the middle that says share video. And then I'm going to click copy for email. And you're going to notice when I click that, there's a little green message that says copy to clipboard, paste it. Click copy for SMS, paste it. Or you can use the icons to the top right of the video. The block icon is for email. The paper airplane icon is for SMS. You also have on here an AI writer. See the little gray brain icon down at the bottom? If you select that there, you have the ability to use our AI writer. You also have an AI writer in the dashboard as well, because remember we talked about auto in the beginning. That's also AI, and it can be done as an AI writer as well. Now, if you do have a CRM that you really, really like you have a HubSpot or a Salesforce or a Go High Level or Follow Up Boss or whatever that is, we have a really good list of companies that we have integrations with. So if you have that and you love your workflows that you have, just add video. That's all you have to do. If you don't have a CRM and you want to use Dubb, you absolutely can do that as well. So under CRM, you can upload your contacts with a CSV file. You can do tasks, deals, and tags. You can do campaigns, bulk email and SMS, and we even have automation available as part of our Pro Plus plan that does automated drip sequences as well. Now, as far as referrals, we have a really strong partner program. So down here to the left, it says referrals and it says apply now. Click that button and it's going to create a referral link for you that you can share. That referral link is a 30% recurring commission that you can earn just by sharing Dubb and if someone subscribes. There's also an additional 10% as well. So if you guys gave me your referral link and I subscribed, you would get 30%. And then I created my own link, got it to someone else, they subscribed, you get another 10%. So a 30-10. And we always have every week, every Thursday, we have our Dubb partner meeting at 11:30 a.m. PST. And that is where we go over strategies, all kinds of cool stuff. So that's every Thursday. I'll put that link in the chat right now. I just dropped it in there. And Pro Plus meetings. So we have it with Dubb packages Pro and Pro Plus. We have founder coaching every Tuesday at 11:30 a.m. PST. And that is with Ruben and Darius, the founders of Dubb. They have their own curriculum. They have their own little form you can fill out in terms of your business. I just dropped that in there as well if you want to check that out too. But the whole idea behind Dubb is really finding what's your use case, who are the people that you're reaching out to, whether it's one to one or one to many, whether they're cold prospects, whether they are warm, whether they're introductions, whether it's client communication. What is the reason they're going to want to click on that video? How interesting can I make it visually? Because, living in a world with social media, we're so used to wanting to swipe. So it used to be an elevator pitch back in the day. Now it's like you only have time before they even click the button. So you really want to think about those things. Like we mentioned with email, have the word video in the subject line. People don't normally see that in their email inbox where it says video. So that really helps. And think about how you want to communicate your message. Do you want to be holding up the whiteboard? Do you want to be in a bubble, walking someone through something? Do you want to use the mobile app and do a quick walk and talk, where it was nice to meet someone, or you're just introducing yourself to somebody? Sometimes the simplest of videos make all the difference. We've had so many people over the years tell us, I just sent a quick video, selfie style, and said, hey, listen, this is Rob. I just want to say hi before our meeting to introduce myself to you. Something really quick. People like that seem to really appreciate it. The other thing is when you make these videos in general, none of them have to be perfect. I mean, they just have to be you. I mean, we have so many clips of oh my God, how many like lines I've flubbed over the years, like Ruben and I and everybody, like we're making YouTube videos and all that. Sometimes you just can't get out a word or you're just flubbing over everything. I would only re-record them if you just can't understand what you're saying. But if it's a slight pause or something, it's not a big deal. People just want your personality. Like, how do you normally talk when you're talking to camera? The other thing is when you're making these videos, it's really about focusing on talking to that other person. What do they really want to hear? A lot of the times when people are bouncing around online trying to find information, if you're reaching out to a prospect, again, it's about that hook. So it's really important that you take that time with AI, or if you just sit down on your own and think about it, what's that value and what's that information that maybe that person doesn't know in my industry or is unaware of, or I want to let them know about. Like maybe there's a fact, like doing this will give you this, and maybe they're unaware of it, and you're delivering that information. And then from there, they're like, oh, I want to book a time in his calendar. I want to download that guide that that person has. So that's really kind of what that initial outreach is really all about and how you visually deliver it. The other thing is just the repetition of doing it. We have an email address called feedback@Dubb, and I'm putting it in the chat right now. Feedback@Dubb. So if you're first starting on the, and even if you've had Dubb for years, if you want to, and you're trying something new, but if you first have Dubb and you want us to give you some feedback on your video, you can just pretend that, we're a prospect, like pretend I'm a prospect and you're reaching out and I can give you feedback if you want to, but value, brevity, get right to the point, be strong with your call to action at the end. At the end of the video, you don't want them to be lost about, all right, what do I do now? So you want to say, all you have to do is click below and click on that button to book a time in my calendar. All you need to do is click below and download that guide. Just physically point down and mention it. And you can even mention that the next video that's going to play after it is going to be possibly educational or about you and what you do, like we talked about earlier. So that's really important. So once you start doing these things, then it's going to become more comfortable, it's going to feel more natural, and we'll be able to do that. Okay, so I saw a question here from Rada. How do you upload your CSV file of Excel to Dubb? Do you have to import your client's email one by one or bulk? You can do it bulk. We have a training on that. I'll have the team send it over to you, Rod. It's a little video that was recorded in there that we have. But yes, it's a CSV file, and you would do it. You just have to have the proper order, and it's in the video. It has to be, like it's email, name, it's like a comma. It has a certain sequence that you need, and then it would bring it all into Dubb, if that makes sense. Rod, that makes sense? I'll send you over the article for it, and I'll show you how to do it. Anybody else? Anything on their mind? Anything that questions, comments before we head out for the day? Anything on anyone's mind? Anybody want to send a video over to feedback@Dubb? We always love seeing them. I like seeing them, checking them out. So cool. Well, everybody, thank you so much for coming in. Again, this recording will be on YouTube support within the next couple hours. Go back to the parts that you want to see, and then record a test one, and then just start recording. I'll see everyone tomorrow. Take care, everybody. Have a great rest of your Tuesday.